The things you can't measure are often the things that give people the most success. I know you might be thinking, who am I? Well, I am Aaron Rodgers. I am one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and I am playing for the Green Bay Packers. I was born on December 2nd, 1983 in Chico, California. Believe it or not, my favorite sport was basketball, but I could throw a football at the age of 5. After school, I would always play with my brothers. When I was a boy, my favorite team was the 49ers. My favorite player was Joe Montana. I also watched full football games at the age of 2. I went to college to play for the Golden Bears. A few years later, I got drafted from the Golden Bears to the Green Bay Packers. I learned how to be a real NFL quarterback. I was the backup for the famous Brett Favre until they traded him to the Vikings. We won the Super Bowl in 2011. I was passing football records. I am still playing football in the NFL today for the Green Bay Packers and continuing to pass football records. If you see me playing football, you will know all about me. Don't forget to watch the game on Sunday.
Hey all, I was born in 1809, Kentucky. I am known for spending most of my life as a president doing everything I can to get the United States back together again. My most important accomplishment is when I freed the slaves. I moved to Kentucky, India, and then to Illinois at a young age. At a young age, I was chopping down trees. At 9 or 10 years old, my mother died. I teared up when my father remarried. I was a super skinny boy. I could split rails faster than any grown man. I became very good with an axe. My other accomplishments were when I won the election in 1860. I became a lawyer. I gave a speech, Gettysburg Address. I worked hard to free the slaves. Me and my wife went to the play and relaxed. During the play, a hate-filled Southern actor, John Wilkes Booth, had killed me with a pistol. In the next morning, on April 15th, 1965, I had died. If you want to be a president, you have to be very, very, very smart and honest. I am Abraham Lincoln.
Introducing. I was one of the most famous scientists in history. Being a scientist was one of my careers. My name is Albert Einstein. I was born in Ulm, Germany on March 14, 1879. I was known for solving one of the world's greatest mysteries, including really not so hard theories. My family moved to Munich, Germany in 1880. There my little sister Maja was born. I remember being disappointed because Maja did not come with wheels like me. Soon after that, Maja became my best friend, and we would play together outside all the time. I was very curious and shy when I attended school in Munich, but I was only interested in science and mathematics. In other subjects, I did not do good, but I did good in tests because one of my friends, Marco, would write down answers on a paper. After that class, Marco would give me that answer paper, and I would read the answers. And on the day of the test, I would get an A+. When I was 22, I moved to Switzerland and became a Swiss citizen. There, I married a wonderful woman named Melissa Merrick. In 1903, Melissa and I had our first son, Hans. Before I became a scientist, I had a job at a Swiss patent office, which is a place where inventors apply for patents. A patent is a document that gives an inventor complete control over the manufacture and sale of his or her invention. Sadly, Melissa and I got divorced. Then I married one of my cousins named Elsa. When Hitler came to power over Germany, Elsa and I left Germany and never to return. Then, Elsa and I moved to Princeton, New Jersey. There I became a scientist for the United States. One day, a marvelous idea popped into my head. My idea was to help make the first atomic bomb, and we would use it to drop it on Japan. Unfortunately, I was not involved with the development of the atomic bomb, but my famous equation, E=mc², led other scientists to find a way to release incredible amounts of energy from atoms. I died in Princeton, New Jersey in 1955 at the age of 76. So that's how he became one of the most famous scientists in the world.
Smile. I was the 44th president. I got books for my daughters. Who am I? I'm Barack Obama. I was born on August 4th, 1961, and lived in Honolulu, Hawaii, and was in a city called Jakarta. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. I like to play basketball and was a very good student. Some things I enjoy are watching Chicago Bears who play in the National Football League and watching the Chicago White Sox for baseball team. Another thing that I like to do is to write books. I enjoy trying new foods like grasshopper and snake meat. I married Michelle Robinson, and we had 2 daughters named Mariah and Natasha, known as Sasha. I was the 3rd president to win a Nobel Peace Prize while in office. Theodore Roosevelt was the first, and Woodrow Wilson was the second. In 2009, I was elected president. On election night, I promised my daughters that they will get a puppy if I won. When we did get a puppy, we named him Bo. I was the 44th president. I am not the president of the United States of America anymore, but I'm still living in Washington, D.C. I am still living in the United States of America. I am still living where I was the president. If you are the president, you should be nice to anyone. Like, get a dog, like me, because I did to my daughters. And don't just do it if you are the president. Just be nice and do it. Done.
I always say early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy and wealthy and wise. I am Benjamin Franklin, and I was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1706. Every day when I was a baby, my mom would dunk me underwater 3 times to keep me healthy. I dropped out of school twice because my dad did not have enough money. I also did not go to high school. Instead, I printed newspapers with my brother to make money. I always wanted to become an inventor. It took a few tries before I was successful. As I grew up, I made all kinds of inventions like the Franklin stove, electricity, and bifocals. I also am one of the world's most greatest political leaders. I married Deborah in the year 1733. At the time, the world was ruled by kings and queens. In 1790, I died at the age of 84. Next time you use electricity, I hope you think of me.
Introducing the first person to fly over the ocean. Well, it was me. I know you might be thinking, who is this person? I'm Charles Augustus Lundberg, born on February 4th, 1902. School. Well, wasn't the best, let's say that. Though I was super good at math and I could fix any motor I was handed. I had very wealthy parents. One day on our farm, I saw a plane in the sky. I knew I would have that career for the rest of my life. I went to Wisconsin University for 2 years. Then I went to flight school. I was one of the first students to earn my license. I was a male pilot and a skilled aviator before my famous flight. I was the first to fly over the Atlantic Ocean. On 1927, I did my famous flight. The critics say he was a hero. After that, in 1929, I was married to Anne Morrow. She was also my co-pilot. After that, we had one kid, but one night my son was kidnapped and murdered. It was very sad, but I try not to let it slow me down. After that, we had 5 other kids. Before my death, I would go to the Smithsonian Museum of Space to look at my plane, because they had it on display. I passed away in 1927. The world will remember me. Wait, no.
Be always sure you are right, then go ahead. Do you know who said this? Davy Crockett did. My name is Davy Crockett. I was born on August 17, 1786 in Tennessee. I help people in covered wagons travel through Tennessee. I am also known for helping the Creek War. I have a song that kids would sing to remember me. In 1955, people made a show about me called Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. I am sometimes known as a pioneer hero. I had a very adventurous childhood. I was a farmer, hunter, soldier, politician, and a woodsman. I went hunting to get food for my family. When I was 12, I helped a man take a herd of cattle to Virginia, more than 200 miles. When I was 13, I walked hundreds of miles to help cattle drivers. I would go to my father's inn and listen to stories from travelers. I married Mary Finley. A few years later, she died. Then I married Elizabeth Patton. When I was 49, I joined the Texas Army. I helped fight the Creek War. I love to tell tales. For example, one day I said I swallowed a bolt of lightning, and I said I rode an alligator at Niagara Falls. My most important accomplishment was that I got elected to the Tennessee legislature, and I was elected to the House of Representatives in Congress. I died in the war against the Mexican soldiers. Maybe you should watch the Davy Crockett show or listen to the Davy Crockett song. I am known for doing many things.
Introducing, I am one of the first African American athletes in gymnastics. I won a gold medal in the Olympics. Can you guess who I am? I'm Gabby Douglas. I was born in Virginia Beach, Virginia, December 31st, 1995. I won a gold medal. I was only 4 feet and 12 inches tall. I suffered from a rare blood disorder when I was only 2 months old. I was the youngest of 4 children. My siblings and my mom mostly raised me because my dad was never home. I moved to train with Leon Chow in Iowa. It was a very scary experience. In 2008, I didn't score high enough to make the junior women's national team. I hurt my wrist, and it kept me out of competition. I won 2 gold medals, and I was named to the U.S. Olympic team. Think of me next time you want to do gymnastics. Hopefully I'll see you in the Olympics in 2020. Go USA!
You may have heard of a superstar, Miley Ray Cyrus. I was born on November 23rd, 1992. You may know me as Miley Cyrus, but I was born with the name Miley, Destiny, Hope Cyrus. I got the name because when I was little, my parents gave me the nickname Smiley, so they shortened it out to Miley. When I went to school, it just stuck with me. My childhood was sad, but My childhood was exciting but sad. Do you know the song I Miss You? Well, I wrote that song after my grandfather passed away. Also, you may know me as Hannah Montana. I got the part. Did you know I didn't get the part? The producers always said I was too young, too small. But 6 months later, I got the part. I really don't know why, but it felt awesome. You may know me as Hannah Montana. I first auditioned for Hannah Montana when I was 11 years old. You may be thinking, Hannah Montana is great, but there are some downers. Like the time I went to a music park, I was feeling sick. Someone said, "Oh no, Hannah Montana is about to puke." And I was feeling sick. Someone said, but there are some awesome parts. Like the time I went I was shopping with some friends, and a little girl walked up to me and said, "Do you want my autograph? Can I have your autograph?" So I get so excited when fans come up to me. I want to keep performing in the future. I want to convince other producers that I am capable of doing great things, and I believe that if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And if you put your mind to it, producers say I'm proving it, and that makes me proud.
When I was little, my fame came fast. I was 14 when I was a celebrity. My name is Hilary Duff. I was in the TV show Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie McGuire is a teenage girl that is bright and happy. When I was born on September 28, 1987, in Houston, Texas. When I was 6, I was in the play of the Nutcracker. When I was little, I did the movie Casper Meets Wendy. Have you heard of any of these movies? It was hard for me when I was little. Me and my sister were 2 years apart. I really missed her. After she came back, we were best friends. When I was older, I sang the national anthem and the Super Bowl. It was hard to sing that long. I'm not built for that long to sing. Plus, that dress was too tight. People were asking me, "Can I have your autograph?" Almost every week I went to the cancer station to provide love and care for every kid and adult. When my sister and me were apart, seeing people who have cancer made me lose my thoughts of my sister. Today I'm still singing and I'm still alive. I'm working on my singing career. I hope you go buy one of my new CDs. It's called Dignity.
I'm LeBron James. I'm going to use all my tools, my God-given ability, and make the best life I can with it. When I was a kid, I grew up poor, not having a lot of money to buy food. But now I am an NBA superstar, making millions. I play for a team called the Cavaliers. Do you know who I am? I am LeBron James. In high school, instead of going to college basketball, I got drafted to the pros. Then I started being famous and making millions of dollars. I married my wife, Savannah, in 2013. I had 2 sons named LeBron Jr. and Bryce Maximus, and 1 daughter, Zuri Nova. I have been named the Finals MVP 3 times, and I've won the 2004 Rookie of the Year award, and I've taken both my teams to the finals. My team and I won the state championship 3 times, and today I'm playing for the Cavaliers, ready to fight and ready to win it all with my hometown team.
As a kid, I always thought that kids who had different color skin were mean. But then as I grew up, I found out that they were nice. I I thought I could end segregation, so I had made a change to encourage whites and blacks to become friends. So if you have a different colored friend, then you probably know who I am. I am Martin Luther King Jr., and I was born on August 28, 1927. I had many hardships. One is when I was only 5 years old. When my dad died, I was named after my dad, Martin Luther King. When I was 12 years old, I was bullied in middle school because of my German descent, because of World War II. I started a boycott. The name of it is the Mahogany Boycott, the bus boycott. It was really famous. I let people know that the bus is unfair. So most people didn't ride the bus. Almost everyone in the state did not ride the bus, except for the rich people, where the poor people would have to walk to where they needed to go. A few weeks after the boycott, I was arrested. I had good grades, like all A's. I gave a speech. My speech was called I Have a Dream. I married Coretta Scott. If you are with a different colored friend, then think of me, Martin Luther King Jr. I died in 1952.
I'm an Olympic gold medal winner for swimming. I'm also a male and competed in the 2017 Olympics in Rio. Can you guess who I am? I'm Michael Phelps. I love to swim. My two sisters, Whitney and Hillary, helped me out with that. I have the most gold medals in the world right now, like this one, and some ribbons. I have a very good built body for swimming. I was born on June 30th, 1985 in Baltimore, Maryland. I have a very rough but interesting childhood. I also had a couple hardships along the way. When I was 7, my parents got a divorce. And another hardship was when I was 9, I was diagnosed with ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. You will not believe this. I'm holding the world record right now. I achieved many of my goals, like becoming a swimming teacher and beating a Serbian swimmer named Kavik by 1/100th of a second. It was the most exciting time in my life. I was so proud of myself. I'm still living as an Olympic gold medal winner and a fast person, but not as fast as Usain Bolt. He is the fastest person in the world. I can't wait till the 2020 Olympics.
You might know me by making candy bars, fudge, peppermints, caramels, and chocolate, and making a town. You know me, Milton, the man who made candy. I am Milton Hershey. I built a whole town. I made a lot of candy like peppermints, fudge, and caramels. I am known best for making Hershey bars and Hershey Kisses. I was born on September 13th, 1857. I moved a lot of times when I was little. My family was poor by the time I was 13 years old. I went to 6 different schools. I am learning to make candy and open a business. I made caramels, peppermints, and fudge. But I built schools, houses, churches, and amusement parks in my town called Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I built a town. I built a school for disadvantaged children. I died on October 13th, 1945. I was 88 years old. I became rich because people loved my chocolate. I hope you enjoy my Hershey Kisses.
Hello, my name is Sandy Koufax, and I was born in Brooklyn, New York on December 30th, 1904, and I played for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And Ivan was the only father I ever knew my whole entire life. My sister's name is Emily. When I was a kid, I loved to play baseball, and I still do. I started playing baseball when I was 8 years old for the Brooklyn Dodgers. My parents got divorced when I was 3. They got back together 6 years later. Me and my stepfather got close, and that's how I got the last name Koufax. My parents also took pictures when I was playing. And I am the world's famous pitcher. I am considered one of the best pitchers. Like many athletes, I had to work hard for my championships to become the world's famous pitcher. And I don't hit the ball, I just pitch the ball.
Introducing Stephen Curry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My team, the Warriors' 40-year wait to win a championship has ended. We won. I am Stephen Curry. I was born in 1988, March 14th in Arcon, Ohio. My dad, Del Curry, was the best in the NBA when I was a kid. I played in the backyard against him. I have a brother, Seth Curry, and a sister, Siddle Curry. I broke the Davidson scoring record also. Some of my achievements is stealing the ball from Russell Westbrook, which is one of the best basketball players today. I also broke the record for shooting 13 three-pointers. I married Aisha Curry. I now have 2 children named Ravi and Ryan. I'm still playing basketball. I have had ups and downs like the NBA draft when I hurt my ankle. Just remember, if you don't fall, how are you going to know what getting up is like? Stephen Curry.
A good hockey player plays where the puck is. A great hockey player plays where the puck is going to be. That was my quote. My name is Wayne Gretzky, and I was born on January 28th in 1961 in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. I was a great skater. When I was 2, I started skating, and I was good at it. My dad is the best. He turned my backyard into an ice rink because he was sick of sitting outside in the cold for a long time. I was ready for the big leagues, but my dad kept saying no. I kept begging and begging until he finally said yes. Also, when I was 6, I made the All-Star games. Then when I was 8, I played with 14-year-olds. I skipped a little bit of high school. Do you know why? I was ready for the pros. I was super good. I wasn't a dirty player, so I didn't get a lot of penalties. I was on 4 teams, the Edmonton Oilers, the Los Angeles Kings, and the St. Louis Blues, and finally the New York Rangers. I won 4 championships with the Oilers. I also got married to Janet Jones, or now Janet Gretzky, in 1988, and we have 4 children, Paulina, Ty, Trevor, Tristan, and Emma. I retired in 1999. I am the greatest hockey player to ever live. I have coached some teams over like the Coyotes and others. Clearly, hockey is my voice. Always remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.